Hello everyone, my name is Unicad and welcome back to another video. In my last video, I showed off how to use slugs in everyday life other than battle. That, obviously, as you've seen, those are just like little skits, little funny things, while also showing off a little bit of the world. Now, in said video, I showed off a little, like just a little bit, just a tiny little bit. I showed off a mod called YDM's Weapon Master mod. What this mod does and what it allows you to, let's say for aesthetical reasons, that you really enjoy the look of having your weapons or some sort of item shown on your body, on your person, whether it be your head, whether it be your arms, your legs, or your body, your center. This mod allows you to do so. It's simple and complicated at the same time. It's simple because once you figure it out, you pretty much get it. You get it, and you're able to fool around with it as much as you want, however you want. Now, for example, first thing some of you are going to want to do, you're going to want to change your GUI scaling. Me, I had my GUI scaling to auto, and I was not able to see certain things that I needed to see. So first, you're going to want to press whatever key you have allocated to it, right? Mine is V. So you're going to have this. Almost everything will probably be lit up like this. So I'm just going to give you a quick description. So when the numbers or just buttons are darkened like this, that means whatever number, like let's say over here, number 9, this right here, this inventory, this, hotbar slot, if I had let's say I had a shovel in there, but I darkened this, that shovel will not be shown on my body, right? Or same thing if I had, number 1, see how I have my gun here? That's where I have my gun in my hotbar. Click that and it disappears. Simple and easy. Now, me personally, I just like having these first 4 done, because most of the time I do have almost either nothing or something else in here. But that's okay, because even if you, like, let's say you do want to have almost everything lined up, but you don't want to just have your shovel, your pickaxe, or a piece of steak attached to your body randomly somewhere. That's okay. And this is what you do. Click more, and this is the reason why you would need to have your GUI scaling fixed or just altered for the time being. Because sometimes, like for me, for instance, for auto, I could not see these. This is what allows you to place those items wherever you want. This is what's allowing you to do so. So, let's say I don't want a shovel or whatever just sticking out from my body, but I still want to have it in my hotbar. And I don't want to have other things just blacked out, because I can at other times replace it with an item that I do want showing up. This is where you have blacklisting and whitelisting. Let's click blacklist. Now, these are going to be the exact same when you click whitelist. It's going to say empty. So click in here, hold backspace, get rid of that. Now, the way this works, let's say I want my shovel, but let's say I'm, a new player. So the only thing I'm really going to have on me is a stone shovel. The way you do it is the way you would do it in creative when you're trying to give yourself a shovel. So you need to say what it is, stone underscore shovel, 2 L's, and boom. Now, a stone shovel will never appear on my body. Nowhere will it appear. Like, you can do this, some items automatically appear, some items just almost never appear. So, you just have to work through and do that. It's simple and easy, and I promise. It's really just as simple as that. Now you're wondering, well, what if I specifically only want items to appear that don't normally appear? Like this gun. For me, it didn't appear at first. And like my slug capsules, they don't appear at first. So we go to whitelisting. See how I have it done right here? Just got to do the name as if you're summoning. So go to your empty slot, press backspace, do capsule underscore, and then whatever slug. Me, I've done in my personal playthrough, I've done every single one of them. So here, I'm just gonna do ones that I don't have. Thug lit, and see how it appeared now. Obviously, in this little sector, it's not going to, because the slug is, you're not going to see the slug at this moment because, you know, of the capsule itself. But that's okay, it's still there, as you can see. So let me do capsule, let me do a couple more. Hazer, see right there, and then Slimer. Always love a Slimer, it can save your life in a pinch. Slimer. Or it can just help you, you know, take a good nap. And boom. Now see, I'm pressing enter. Like here. I'm just gonna say subscribe. Yeah. I can click add. Or I can just click enter. And let's say I mess up, right? Let's say I misspell something. You can just click on it and it'll disappear. Simple as that. Now do be careful because there's no confirmation. Like, oh, are you sure? It's not going to ask all that. You got to be careful with what you're doing. So now that you've whitelisted the things that you want, you're probably wondering, well, Ender, I came on this video on how to get them arranged or yada yada. I've only shown half of that. That's very true. You want these guys positioned wherever you want. And that's really up to you, and I can't fully help you with that. But let's say you want it to look how I have it right now. It's simple and easy. So let's do this. Go to more. And now, so as you see, in my first slot, I have my gun. And so here's all the positions. So X position, that's going to move it, you know, inwards and outwards. That's going to move it closer to my body. Make sure you have these settings right now. These are specific if you want to have your gun in your body. Truly, there are other places you can do it, and they're like, for instance, in Slugterra, Cord, the big cave troll, he had his gun on his back. So you would do this a tad bit differently if you were trying to do it the same way. Same with that bow gun. I cannot pronounce the owner or the maker of that. I really can't. I wish I could. I just can't pronounce it. I would butcher the name. The beautiful red one, right? You could put that on your back, like, because it's a crossbow. Not a crossbow. It's like a combat bow, right? You put that on your back, and you'd position it. You'd scale it anyway. So, yeah. If you like how my gun looks right now, if you also use Lodo's gun, heck, if you just use literally any gun and you like to have it on your right hip, you can fully copy each and every one of these things right here. Or if you want to change the size, scaling is truly, like, if you don't have its original scale, just do 0. Me personally, I like to have it a little bit smaller. I go for a 12. Same thing with the capsules. I like to have them a little bit smaller, but yeah, you can copy every single one. Make sure you have it ticked onto your body, right? And boom. I'll give it a few seconds. All right. And pause if you want, you know. So, number 2. This works just like your hotbar slot, just in case you don't know. There you have, you know. So, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. You can't do offhanded stuff. That's a little bit more annoying, and that's not what we're here for, trust. So, all of these are pretty much going to be following the exact same thing here. Look down here. Right? The exact same. Right? You're noticing, you know, modify position from. Just always have it tick to 1. That's the safest thing, so stuff doesn't just fly off the hinges. So, here's what I do. Position -24, position Y -1, position Z -16. Now for rotation. These are just to, you know, attach it to your, like, get it in the right spot for your body. Sometimes these slug capsules, if you don't rotate it correctly or you do something, misdone. Or if you just specifically want to have like one of your favorite slugs have like, I guess, what would you say? I guess a quote unquote personality or just like a little attribute of its own, and it likes looking away. This is what you would use. You'd use rotations, right? Me right now, I have all my slugs pretty much at attention, just like how most of them had in the show. If you want them looking to the side, so a good way. If you want to like have a top-down sort of view, that can help. So like here, let's go for this thuglet right here. He's on number 4. Just rotate him. See, that goes upwards. If it went too far, see how that works? Rotation. Y45. So like, what if I did want to have him rotated to the side like that? I would merely just have to change. Oop, that's up and down. Sorry, I'm still getting a little used to it. I just want to have it pointing out. Boom. And now my boy is looking to the side a little. He's a little bit different than the others. And truly, that's all there is. Now see, when you go and you equip them, they'll disappear. No, there's no sounding thing. This isn't a Slugterra mod. This is just a mod specifically if you want to equip or show your items in your hotbar on your body. And it'll cycle through, and then boom. Me personally, I still sometimes use the tool belt, the ooh, the back weapon slot mod. So, sometimes if I just want to press Z, I got it. Or if I don't like having, let's say I just want to fill this with slugs, I can. Right? Want to fill all of these with slugs? Boom, I can. And I want to have my food, I can just do the back weapon slot mod and it'll shift to that. Or let's say you still want to have your tools, your weapons in your hotbar, and you don't want to go look in your inventory all the time. Simple. Just use the tool belt mod. With the tool belt, and there are other mods for this, but none of them are quite up to date enough, or they're over the version that Legends of Slugterra uses. For example, there's one mod. I'll I'll put the icon and I'll put the name because I'm blanking. I'm sorry. I'm lazy. I'm so sorry. You deserve better. But there's one mod that allows you to let's say I wanted to mine some of these trees. And let's say I did a freehand. It would automatically switch to my axe if I had one in my inventory. Let's say I wanted to mine stone, it would switch to that. Let's say I wanted to mine dirt, it would switch to my shovel. Let's say if I wanted to attack a mob, it would switch to my sword. Let's say if I wanted to hoe. I don't know, because most people ain't really using that. But yeah, simple and easy. It would automatically cycle through of wherever you have your, or well, whatever, inventory slot you have equipped. Now, for the tool belt mod, it would basically be the same thing, but you would have to manually switch from tool to tool to tool. Here, I'll show you real quick. So, this is how you could do it. Boom. Right? Oh my gosh, I'm looking. You have your tool belt. You have it on your body. Now, you can, just go to your curio thing and toggle the visibility. That way it's not clashing with any of your aesthetics, it's not clashing with your outfit, it's not messing with nothing. If you like it there, keep it. If you don't, boom, no big deal. It's not gonna hurt nothing, right? So, let's say you like having your weapons on you and not cluttering up your inventory. Just go ahead and press and hold, whatever key that you have to your tool belt, because if you click it, it's just gonna pop up like that. So you gotta hold it, right? Let's say I want my pickaxe. Boom. All right, that's good. You can have a third thing, right? So you never forget which specific slot you like having your tools in. Just switch it out. Simple and easy. or if you just want to put it away in general. But you can do the same thing with your food if you don't like using the back weapon slot mod, like I do, for that specific reason. But yeah, simple and easy. Simple and easy. Uh, I do wish I could show you more. Maybe, guys, if you, let's say, here, if you have a specific position that you want your slugs to be positioned and you don't want to figure it out yourself, just go ahead and leave a comment down in the description and I'll make a video on it. I'll post either that or I'll send a picture in the comments if I'm able to do that. I don't fully know, but I will help you all out if you do need help. I promise. I promise. I promise. It's literally the least I can do. It's no trouble at all. So yeah, that's pretty much all. It, as I said, simple and easy. Like once you get it done once, it's no longer complicated, but it is simply complicated at the exact same time. Remember, GUI scaling is important. And me personally, I like having mine at auto. So once you're done, you can just change it back to it. But just remember, you will have to change it back to the other thing unless you already have it there at base. Because, you know, when you click that, you can't see. The most you can see is head and reset. And if you click reset, it's just straight annoying. So yeah, that's pretty much the end. I will say there's one thing I do want to tell each and every one of you. I want to say thank you. Thank you so, so very much. When I first started this channel, don't get me wrong, I know it's not big, but I never thought I would get more than like maybe 2 views like at a time. So the fact that I'm getting hundreds and I actually have 100 subscribers now. Yes, we did it, guys. Woo, woo. I It feels unreal. I know it's not a lot, but for me, it like compared to literally everyone else, but to me, it feels like a lot, and I'm very, very grateful. And I thank each and every one of you who watch, who like, who comment, who subscribed, who have shared. It just means a lot to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So yeah, I hope you all have a great day, and thank you for watching.